Ladies and gentlemen, now because of time, we moving along to our second speaker, Prof. Dr. Purwiyatno Haryadi, MSc CFS. Good morning, Prof. Purwiyatno.
Good morning, selamat pagi.
Selamat pagi. Yes. How are you, Prof?
Very good.
Today?
Very good.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you. Before we start, I will give brief biography of Prof. Dr. Purwiyatno Haryadi, MSc CFS. He currently is Professor of Food Process Engineering in Department of Food Science and Technology, Bogor Agricultural University, and Senior Scientist at the Southeast Asia Food and Agriculture Science and Technology, Indonesia. He is actively involved as a consultant for government agencies and the food industry in Indonesia. Recently, he also has been active as a scientific advisor at the International Life Science Institute, Southeast Asia region, and also as vice chairperson of the Codex Alimentarius Commission, the FAO or WHO Joint Food Standard Program. Okay, now he will be speaking to us on post-COVID-19 challenge for better food system. The following speech that he will be discussed about impact of post-COVID-19 pandemic towards hunger and malnutrition, and also ideas to overcome the challenge in order to building sustainable food system for the future. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Prof. Dr. Purwiyatno Haryadi, MSc CFS. Prof. Pur, time is yours.
Thank you. Thank you. And I would like to share first my slide presentation. Okay. Can you see the slide? Hello?
Not yet, Prof.
We can see your slide, Prof.
We cannot see your slide.
No? Oh. Okay, let me start.
Yes.
How about now?
Yes, we can see
okay.
your slide clearly.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Prof.
Thank you. So, okay, I have 15 minutes. Thank you very much. Dear keynote speakers, organizing committee, and all of the participants, a very good morning to you all. My presentation, I cannot advance my slide. Okay. My presentation is on the post-COVID-19 challenges for better food system. First, I would like to congratulate the organizer, Permita, for conducting this very important event. Also, thank you very much for inviting me to share some of my thoughts on these very important issues. I will start with the definition, which is the definition of food security. I present to you two definitions. One is from the World Food Summit in 1996, and the second definition, they use the term food nutrition security, is coming from a committee on World Food Security in 2012. Okay, I will not read the definition, but I would like to highlight that both definitions share a common concept, especially regarding the ultimate objective, namely to achieve a condition where everybody, every individual is having healthy and active life. So that's very much the indicator, in my opinion, the indicator of the food and nutrition security. So if we can have a high number or mostly of the individual with healthy and active life, that's a good indicator of the food and nutrition security of a certain country. And this can only be achieved by developing strong and robust structure of food and nutrition security consisted of three pillars, namely food availability, and then food accessibility, and also food utilization. These three pillars of food and nutrition security should be managed and stabilized from time to time, coupled with providing sanitary environment, adequate health, education, and proper care, so that the ultimate objective of the food and nutrition security, which is here, achieving that all individuals will be able to have healthy and active life, can be achieved. So how are we doing in that term? I will be speaking from Indonesian side, and the number, unfortunately, is not looking good. This data is published by Ministry of Health, coming from the basic health research in 2018, before the pandemic. The prevalence of undernourished children under 5 is still very high, as we can see. Currently, about 18, I will say, about 18 of every 100 children under 5 are undernourished. So this is concerning. Furthermore, about 30% of children, also children under 5, is still experiencing stunting condition. So this illustrates that Indonesia, our beloved country, is still have a lot of homework to improve the food and nutrition security. The condition of global food security is reported jointly by FAO, UNICEF, IFAD, WFP, and WHO in 2020. This report actually presents an analysis and assessment through the 2018 based on the data that was available in March 2020, just before the COVID-19 pandemic began. The assessment result is nevertheless very alarming. We can see from here, this figure, we can tell that the trend of declining, over here, this is trend of declining hunger in the world as measured by the prevalence of undernourishment is started to disappear in 2014. So this is 2014. From the 2014, the prevalence of undernourishment is flat until the 2018. It's very much flat here, no progress. But unfortunately, started in 2019, it shows the potential increase in number of undernourishment. So again, this is very alarming. And in 2019, almost 690 million people in the world, or about 8.9% of the world population, are estimated to have been undernourished. And this is represent increase in terms of number, about 10 million people between 2018 to 2019. So the report suggests that even without the COVID-19 pandemic, the world is not on the track to achieve the SDGs target of zero hunger by 2030. The pandemic itself will most likely accelerate the increase of the number of the people who are hungry. So this is again a great challenge in front of us. So this alarming situation, coupled with COVID-19 pandemic, also raised fundamental question regarding the food system that we currently have, especially the question on sustainability. COVID-19 pandemic certainly presents tough challenge to our food system. So we have to be aware of that. And the challenge is even more challenging due to several factors that I list over here. Lower availability and also lower quality of arable land, limited water supply, competition of biomass, especially for renewable energy, climate change, and also the increase of unsustainable lifestyle. So, triggered by the pandemic of COVID-19, all of us, the policymaker, not only need to ensure that food supply chain continue to function, but more importantly, also to address more fundamental question about the sustainability of the food system. This is the definition of sustainable food system defined by the high-level panel of experts on the food security and nutrition of the UN Committee on World Security, mentioning that the sustainable food system is a food system that delivers food security and nutrition, meaning that the system that aims to have all individuals have an active and productive life, and for all in such a way, we do that in such a way that the economic, social, and environmental basis to generate food security and nutrition for the future generation are not compromised. So we owe our future generation in this case. Okay. So currently, the focus of our food system is more on affordability, aiming at producing food with high quantity and lower price. This focus has driven the growth of intensive and large-scale agricultural practices using high-yielding variety and high input. But as indicated before, the outcome of this system is not like what we expected. The system has caused people and planet become unhealthy, manifested by the increased number of malnutrition, and also increased environmental degradation. The system is also fragile because it depends on several food commodity only, mostly probably around 4, 5, or 6 crops only. So again, the pandemic COVID-19 should trigger the transformation of food system, and this, I believe, is a very important global agenda that will be discussed at the UN Food System Summit next year. This transformation is aiming to have a food system that can provide affordable food, have a good resiliency, maintaining biodiversity, increasing health and welfare of the people, and increasing the inclusiveness, no one left behind, and also competitiveness. As a today lesson, a lesson learned from the pandemic, I will discuss further about the importance of food diversification. Food diversification potentially may improve the biodiversity to ensure the dietary variety and quality for the nutrition and health improvement. And this is very important for the healthiness of the people. And also potentially may strengthen local food system, meaning more inclusiveness. And again, this is ensuring that no one will be left behind, and also obviously maintaining the environmental sustainability as well. This is a very interesting fact taken from the FAO data. So far, according to FAO, about 250,000 species of higher plants have been identified, and of which about 30,000 plant species are edible. We can eat it. However, only 30, yes, 30, meaning 0.1% of edible plant species that are widely used as a food today in the world. So only 0.1%. And among those 30, 5 cereal crops, namely rice, wheat, maize, millet, and sorghum, are dominating, contributing of about 60% of the world population energy intake. So this is concerning. As far as Indonesia is concerned, about 62.1% in 2017 and increased to 65.7% in 2018 of energy intake come only from 3 cereals, which is rice, wheat, and maize. Again, we depend very much on those 3. And especially about those 3, rice is dominating. Currently, our consumption is 95.4 kilogram per capita per year in 2017, and increased to 97.1 kilogram per capita per year in 2018. So this is indicate that our system, our food system is fragile because it depends only on a few, in this case, 3 commodities of rice, especially wheat, and maize. Okay, so this brings us to the need to diversify our food base for better and smart food in the future. And this is actually very relevant with the fact that our region, Asia, is rich with food resources which are currently still hidden and sometimes neglected or underutilized. This is the challenge. Certainly, program to promote local food ingredient is very important to transform our food system. This may be started by research exploring the uniqueness, the competitiveness, the functionality of our local food or our local ingredient, and then develop an incentive scheme for the food industry, especially micro and small medium enterprises, to develop local food and also local ingredient. And also we need to educate the community about the importance of the local food and support such program and initiative. This transformation of food system, not only to reduce the dependency to only a certain 1 or 2 or few food commodity, but also to increase the quality of our diet, going from energy sufficient diet to nutrient adequate diet, and finally to healthy diet. In addition to, I will start with energy sufficiency diet. Energy sufficiency diet mainly to provide energy for work, for physical work. This can usually be achieved using only the basic starchy staples such as maize, wheat, and rice only. And in addition to calorie, for nutrient adequate diet, it should be more balanced in terms of the nutrient intake, a mix of carbohydrate, protein, fat, and also essential vitamin and mineral at a proper amount. And finally, ultimately, the higher quality is a healthy diet, provide adequate calorie, obviously, but also other nutrients, and that will be delivered by more diverse of intake food from several different food groups, so that the variety of diet is even better. So from educational standpoint, this transformation should start with building a sustainability mindset, or it must be a sustainability by design, meaning that, especially for food industry, as an example, I use as example here, sustainability should start from the beginning, from the product design with sustainable formulation, start from here, okay? And then go to designing sustainable process, manufacture sustainable product with the sustainable supply chain, and finally at the consumer end to have a sustainable consumption or use. Currently, issues on ensuring safety, nutrition, and reducing food losses and food waste are important factors that need to be addressed to improve sustainability. So there are so many technological questions and also technological challenge and opportunity in this case, and this is a good opportunity for students, for Paramita, because this kind of technological question need to be addressed. For example, how to assure supply of value-added food products sustainably, how to comply with food safety and nutrition and sustainability practices, especially in our Indonesia environment, and also how to sustainably meet the consumer need for product quality, convenience, availability, and also affordability, especially again from the bottom of the pyramid in our population, affordability is #1 still. And this time around, this kind of question should be answered with the new mindset, which is the mindset of sustainability. So this is my final slide. As the final thought, I think we need to improve innovation, our innovation ecosystem by applying principle of sustainability by design. So this is very important, meaning that we need to improve the education system to internalize the sustainability as a new currency, new value that cannot be less. Okay, so this is very important. And coming from the Department of Food Science and Technology, I would like to call to reform the curriculum of food science and technology to also include about the importance of the sustainability aspect in all aspects of food manufacturing or food system. Number two, exploration of local food, exploration of local food wisdom to improve the food diversification is very important. Okay, this will improve or increase the resiliencies of our food system, especially during the COVID pandemic because of the limited or restriction of transportation. If we can rely more on local food, those kind of barriers will be less in terms of their effect on food supply chain. Number three, and also four, this is in a combination, improve the assessment system for new technology, including new food products, and also from the food regulatory system point of view, to add the sustainability factor in their equation when they do the assessment. And finally, number five, harmonizing or aligning food sustainability initiative around the region, especially the ASEAN region. I believe this is very important so that we can learn and help each other. This is very important, and I think Professor Mustari mentioned that this is one of the characteristics of our Pancasila value as well. So this is very important. So with that, I would like to end my presentation, and hopefully this may trigger some of the some question and idea, especially for research topic related to the SDGs, the main topic of this conference. And again, thank you very much for the opportunity, and thank you for your kind attention. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you very much, Prof. Purwiyatno. It's nice presentation. And okay, before we move to the next speaker, I already and briefly point out from the Prof. Purwiyatno speech that very interesting. We have already faced the COVID-19, and it will important and how to prioritize for the sustainable food system during post-COVID-19, which involves producing more products or diversification of food, and also fulfilling the agenda of food and nutrition security sustainable.